Many thanks for your company to our first story, dumped, abandoned and forgotten till death comes knocking. That's the story of many healed lepers at the Weija Leprosarium and possibly in all the leprosariums across the country. In this special report, Nancy Emefadradosi brings you a story of one man who only got the love of his family when he went 6 feet down. A classic case of the family loves the dead more than the living.
Healed lepers pouring their gratitude to God. All of them have been ostracized because of their illness. Even though they are healed, they cannot go back home because of huge stigma. My concern in this story is Opening Seth Kwabna Ejekum, 92 years. The Weija Leprosarium has been his home, where he spent more than half of his life. He could not return home because it was difficult integrating into his community. His feeding, clothing and shelter were all by courtesy or the benevolent hearts of some Ghanaians. Sadly, he has passed. I attended his funeral. On this day, family, friends and acquaintances are here to pay their last respect to him and give him a good send-off. Dressed in the best of clothes, laid in a casket with flowers. George Kwanzaa, the caretaker of the leprosarium, is angry and stated that Openyi Ejekum's family did not support his welfare.
He complains a lot that they are not getting this, they are not getting that. But sometimes I also come peeved. And so one day I even told him that you are complaining. I've never seen your relative bringing anything here. Have I seen your relative bringing something here which should be given to you, which I didn't? No, I haven't seen it. Unfortunately,
that is the only impression the caretaker of the facility, George Kwanzaa, had of the late Opening Ejekum. Isaac Agri adored his good friend Opening Ejekum. A month ago, they had a swell time singing together, but today, his smiles quickly faded.
They won't do it. When we said the father come ahead and then what my short, we will never have a system of a nadia of a packet cast and listen to what packet back do ahead. No one has a seminar dinner. So you want more for the camera, Sanya. You don't know some family, so where family one back also into a country in Chile.
But his relatives did not take care of him when he was alive.
But this particular man, when he died, I went to his room, and it's beautiful, northern up and down. So I picked that one out. So he said, next day I'm coming back for the funeral. And I came back the next day, and there was a coffin, and a man was in a suit. Well, I said, yesterday we decided we went up and down. Where did he get the suit from? The family had come. The family who never visited him. Never visited him. And there he was in a suit. When he was alive, he couldn't wear a suit. When he died, he was in a suit, though. So I said, who gave this suit to Mr. Quartet? He said, the family found out, the family have come. I said, the family? But they never came to see him, they never came near him when he was alive. Now that he's dead, they all come.
This story possibly reflects the life of most inmates at the Weija Leprosarium, where relatives abandon their wards but are quick to give them a good send-off perhaps to say good riddance. Meet Gladys Adobia, 84-year-old healed leper. She's been here since 1950, the very year this institution was established. She wants the public to come to their aid.
All we ask is for 1 million Ghanaians to come to our aid.
Inmates at the Weija Leprosarium are beneficiaries of the Livelihood Empowerment Against Poverty (LEAP) program, a social cash transfer program that provides cash and health insurance to the extremely poor households across the country. They receive some 34 Ghana cedis monthly for their upkeep. This means daily the facility will have to spend 1 Ghana cedis, 13 pesos. This amount cannot even purchase 1 full meal.
The challenges that we are facing here is monetary. Money to pay for our bills. Bills like water and electricity. Government gives us the LEAP. We are on the LEAP. So every 2 months they come and give us 64 cedis. And then Reverend Father Andrew Campbell also, in his wisdom, also gives us 40 cedis every month. We have one Mr. Stanley Usu, a businessman, also every month he gives everybody 10 cedis.
Perhaps it is time for relatives of healed lepers to consider this advice from the Vice President seriously.
We should not forget or abandon lepers who are here and in other parts of Ghana. There is no problem with touching them, Manazo. There is no problem with touching them, feeling them, hugging them. We appeal to the families of lepers who are in here and other parts of Ghana. Don't abandon your family members. Don't only come for them when they are dead.
This story reinforces the saying that families love corpse more than the living. Nancy Emefa Jadose, Joy News.
Really touching report there by Nancy Emefa Jadose.